Hello, welcome to Scribbles and Strokes online art session for kids. Today we are going to do a caterpillar trying to reach out to grab some leaves for food. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to start with the head of the caterpillar. An oval shape for the head, then another small oval for the eye. Going to go ahead and do the eyeball. There you go. Then a smile on the face, and the other eye is only partially visible. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the body. We are going to do more oval shapes for the body. I'm going to just do them like curve lines initially so that I can add the legs later and then finish the oval shapes. Just adding some curve lines, and as I go back they become smaller and smaller, and I think that will be the last one that I want to add. Once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and between each gap I'm going to add one leg, and then I'll finish the oval shape later on. So the front one, I'm considering them to be hands trying to reach out to the leaves on the top. So that's how I want them pointed towards the top. And then these. Going to go ahead and continue the lines on all of them. There you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish these. Going to make a curved line on top of each leg. Then finish the legs on the bottom too. I'm going to consider the front ones as the hands, so I'm going to add fingers because this is trying to reach out to the leaves on the top. Okay, so that is that. Now I want to show, let's go ahead and do the antlers too. Now above this eye I'm going to do two curved lines, and above the other eye two more curved lines. Since this is away from us, we are going to make it smaller. make those lines smaller, and there you go. Okay, now I want to show that the caterpillar is coming out of its house on a tree branch. I'm going to go ahead and do the house first. I'm going to start with the roof. I want to make leaves, the roof made of leaves. So I'm going to make one leaf over there, and then another leaf, then one more. Now from here I go up a little and bring down a straight line, and I make a curved line out of it. Then I'm going to go ahead and do an opening from which the caterpillar has just come out. Then let's add a curved line for the window. Okay, so that is the caterpillar's house. Now I want to make a tree on which the caterpillar is actually living, and the house is on there. So I want to come down from the house and then make a baseline for my branch, and which turns to make a trunk. Then I go up and do a second line. There you go, that's the branch on which the caterpillar is walking. Now I'm going to go ahead and extend this a little higher. I want to make a bunch of leaves over here. Okay, so I might bring out a small twig, and then that is where all the leaves are coming out from. Draw the center line of the leaf, come down a little on that, and then do two curved lines, one on each side to make the leaf. From the same point I'm going to bring down more leaves to make them look like a bunch, just jumping over each other, overlapping leaves. Then that's one bunch that I want there. Then I want to make a double line for the twig so that I can color it in later. Then I want to add one more set of leaves on there. Try to make them in different sizes to make them look more natural. Now that that is done, I'm going to extend the trunk, jumping over the leaves, and then going to turn it in this direction to make another branch, and then that's the second branch, and then this goes up. There you go. Now let's add one more bunch of leaves over here. Maybe I want them not as big as the other bunch. These are still tender and smaller in size. Then one more bunch over here. One last bunch over here. Making sure you first do the center line of the leaf and then come down a little on that to make the sides of the leaves. Never start the sides of the leaves on the branch itself. Okay, there you go. I want to add, I'm thinking whether should I add more leaves here or should I do a ground in the distance when I do the coloring. Thinking about it. Meanwhile, let's show the other window just a little. Yeah, just a little like that. Then, let's see. Do you want to make a rainbow caterpillar? Will that be interesting? All the kids in my classes love making rainbow stuff, so we will turn the caterpillar in rainbow color today. And let's add some smaller leaves towards the end to show that the trick is ending there. Okay, and maybe I want to add just one bunch over here. Once again, the centered line and one line on each side. It's absolutely your choice how many bunches you want to make. If you want to add more bunches, feel free to. But just make sure that you don't overdo them, okay? So that would be the leaves that I want to do, the bunches. Those are the center lines. Overlapping bunches, and maybe just one more over here. Like that. Okay, so that's it with the drawing. Let's go ahead and do the coloring. We're going to use color pencils today, and as I said, we are going to turn this into a rainbow colored caterpillar. I took out my color pencils in the same shades. I am going to, let me first count how many sections there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'll start with the yellow. Okay, going to make an outline. Make the face yellow. Color in just one direction. Don't go back and forth with your color pencil. Try to do the coloring only in one direction. Then comes the green. Color in only one direction. The blue. The indigo color. Luckily, I have an indigo color on my set, on my color pencil set. Slowly and neatly. When you do this outline and when you color later, you don't go out of the line because you know where the boundary is. Without that, if you do the coloring, you might suddenly go off the line. Then comes the violet. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and start with the red. Careful outline. Do the borders and then color in. The orange. Then the green again. The blue. Indigo. And the violet. There you go. Isn't that a beautiful rainbow colored caterpillar? Now let's go ahead and do the legs. I'm going to use a gray color for all the legs and the hand too. Carefully without getting out of the lines. Almost there. There you go. I'll come back to the antenna later. I'll think about the color in the meanwhile, okay? Now let's go ahead and do the caterpillar's house. I'm going to use some nice greens for the hut. And I'll try not to use the same greens on the leaves. Okay, so once again, outline, and then color in only one direction. Don't go back and forth. Don't change your direction of coloring in the middle, okay? When you're doing one area, color the whole area in one direction. Now that those two are that green, I want to change to a different green. I want to check, see which green will look good, and then I'm going to pick a lighter green. Do the outline. Then color in. There you go. Nice and beautiful. Now let's make the house. Let's go ahead and quickly do the windows. This is the glass, so it will be in really lighter blue. See, I forgot to do the center line over here. Yep, there you go. Now that that is done, I want the house to be in a nice ochre color. So let me go ahead and grab the ochre color, and then I'm going to do the outline once again, creating a border, a boundary for my yellow so that it doesn't go out or go into the areas where I don't want it to go into. Then color in the same direction. There you go. I might add a little shadow from the leaves falling under here. So darken this just a little with the brown color. Same around here, just to add a little depth around and around the door. Okay, I want to use a different brown for inside the door. For the door itself, let's add some doorknob and then some just some wiggly lines to make it look like a wooden door made of wood. And then go. Let's make the doorknob black. Okay. Now let's go ahead and color the tree trunk. I'm going to use a lighter brown first, do the outline, being careful not to get out of the line. I'm using the side of the pencil, I'm not using the tip, I'm using the side of the pencil. Do not use the tip and do not put too much pressure, because then your hands will hurt, your fingers will hurt when you hold the pencil too tight. To color in these areas first. so that it will be easy for me to do the longer lines later. Now when I do it below the legs, I might just have to go back in one last time to fill in those gaps. And then there you go. My outline is done on this branch. So I'm going to go ahead and do the coloring using the side of my pencil. Following the direction of the drawing. See how I'm doing the coloring in the direction of the drawing, so that in that way if I make any lines, they will look like they are a part of the texture of the tree trunk. Now let's go ahead and do the vertical side. Once again, using only the, oopsie, do you see that glue on the edge of my paper? Yeah, I need to get in there with my tip of the pencil. Okay, done. So being careful around the leaves, do the outline. Do the outline around here too, just being careful around the leaves. When you have to be careful and when you need to do smaller areas, hold your pencil towards the front, and when you have bigger areas to color or when you need to do longer strokes, you can hold the pencil back. Okay, there you go. Quickly doing a little shading on here so that, yep, there you go. Now let's go ahead and color in. Hold the edge so that your paper doesn't bend or wrinkle, and then color in only one direction. I think there's something under here. Yeah. Careful near the leaves. Remember how I said when you get to those areas, hold the pencil forward and then you can hold it a little towards the back. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and do this one too. Be careful around the leaf. Then do the outline. The same thing on this side. Finish. Now I'm going to go in there with a slightly darker brown and then do only the edges. Going to do only the edges, being careful not to go out of the line. Areas too. Let me first do it under the feet like that, and then let's go in there. Since those are smaller areas, see how I'm holding my pencil towards the front. No pressure at all. Do not put any pressure on the pencil or on the paper. As lightly as possible, without any pressure. Like a feather's touch. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side. Now around the leaves. Just a little. Almost done with the brown. Okay, there you go. And on this edge. So now I might come back to the tree trunk just a little after I am done with the leaves. So I'm picking all different kinds of greens that I have for the leaves. I'm going to use the darkest ones for the leaves on the back because there isn't much light on them. Go here, then over here, little over here on this one. Now I want to go to the different shade, slightly brighter one than the one that we just used. This one. This one. Oh, the caterpillar must be so excited to see all the fresh green leaves. Go. One more over here. Nice and green leaves. Okay. Let's go for one more color, a different shade of green, thing which is more bright. Just a little outline and filling in. Okay. There you go. The lime kind of green. If you don't want to use so many greens, you can just stick to one green or two greens. It is your choice. If you want to make them in fall colors, go ahead and do that. Experiment with the colors, have fun with the colors. It's your drawing, make it your own. You don't have to do it exactly like I did. You don't want a rainbow caterpillar? That's fine. Have fun with your coloring. here you go. I forgot to do one small thing. Let me go ahead and finish that. Forgot to color in this tiny twig over here. Okay, there you go. Now with the brown, remember how I said I might come back later to add some texture inside the tree trunk. I'm just doing that, some random lines, just to make it look more natural. Now if your kid is younger, you don't have to do all this, but if you have an older kid who wants to do all the shading, go ahead and let them do that. Now comes the antenna. What color should we give? I think I'll make them orange. Yay, it's a funky bright color. There you go. So this is our caterpillar who just stepped out of the house to get its lunch, and hope you all enjoyed it. Please do subscribe to my channel if you want to be updated on getting further videos. This is my first video, so do leave your comments on how you like the video, or if you want me to go a little slower, do more explanation, or not talk at all, whatever it is. Do leave your comments and do let me know how I did. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.